All right, here we go. The moment we've all been waiting for, right? Or moment I've been waiting for, I'll say that anyway. The after action, or the lessons learned, whatever you want to call them, on the 7 days bug out bag food challenge. Let's show you what we got. Okay. And this is what we got left, guys. We've got probably a cup of the powdered milk. Coffee held up quite well. Got some of the milk, and we've got some of the salt and pepper. Okay, the Sawyer Mini Dual Thread worked awesome. It was great. Get you back up just a little bit. There we go. Did awesome. Okay, and in fact, I've added to this a little bit, and I'll show you guys that in another video. But thumbs up. It hurt as far as taste, but as far as filtering, did the job. I guess we do got to add one more thing in here. We do have what's left of our drink packets, and the tea actually never broke into the tea. So we've still got all of our tea, okay, and we've got a ton of the drink packets left. So, yeah, it got to the point where pretty much I was just drinking the water, and every now and then I'd have one. But it was nice to get some flavor, because pinto beans with salt and rice with salt, that got old real quick. So, let's go through it here. Okay, bring you back up. All right, there we go. First one, we're going to try to do pros and cons of these things. Okay, the Sawyer. Pros: filters really fast. It's relatively small, portable, and it's very easy to use. It comes with everything you need. It's pretty straightforward. You can squeeze the pouch or let it do the gravity thing. So that worked. The cons: the bag that it comes with is only a 16-ounce bag. Now, that will screw on to pop bottles, okay? Standard pop bottles. So you could use that, but then the bottles, they're rigid. They don't want to, I mean, you can make it work. I did. I took a 2-liter and punched a hole in the bottom and used the gravity, and it worked well. But as far as being out in the field, you'd have to come across a 2-liter. I don't think anybody's going to carry a 2-liter bottle with them. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, for the Sawyer, the bag's small, and the taste, it's going to taste, like I said, the well water here at the house, it still tasted like well water. Okay, so it might get the bad bugs out of it, so you don't get sick. But as far as the taste, you're still going to have that taste. So set that to the side. One thing that I wasn't planning on commenting on, but I'm going to, because I was really impressed. The little cook kit that I have here. Okay. Was very impressed by it. If you guys remember day 4, I actually burnt beans in my pot. I burnt probably about a quarter of my food in this pot. Okay. And let it soak overnight, and with a Scotch-Brite pad, and it took care of it. There's a little bit of discolorization on the bottom, but not bad. But cooking the pasta in this, it didn't stick. I believe this is Teflon coated, so once it does start to go, we're just going to have to throw it out. But I enjoyed the little kit. It worked out well. In fact, I only ever used the small one. I didn't even bust into the big one. But like I said, the reason why I have this is because of the size of my family, so that so I can cook for everybody at one time. So big thumbs up on that. And by the way, that is Tech Sport. I bought this thing years ago. Sorry. Bought it years ago. I can't remember how much I paid. Knowing me, it couldn't have been more than 20 bucks. But yeah, like it. Like it a lot. Big thumbs up for that. Okay, as far as the little stove and the fuel for it, I was very, very impressed with how long the can of fuel lasted. The little stove did a good job. Let me see, I got them written down here. Camp stove. Okay, pros are small, as you can see, fits in this little box. Easy to use, and the fuel lasts a long time, and it boils water really fast. It does. That thin pot has something to do with that, of course. But yeah, I could have 3 cups of water boiling in like 5 minutes. It does it really quick. The fuel, now I threw away the other can, but this is one of my other ones. The power gas, whatever you want to call it anyway, it's propane butane mix. It lasted all week. Okay, it finally bucked to kick it on the last batch of beans. And like I said, cooking the beans where you're talking 2 hours every time, that's a lot of fuel. So if you're using this and you're strictly boiling the water to add to your dehydrated hiker meals, like your mountain house and stuff, absolutely a week, no problem. No problem. So yeah, happy with that. Yeah, I wasn't sure how many of these we should really be packing. We're going to have extra, of course, because that's just how we roll. But it is nice to know that that it'll do it. So that was the pros. The cons, not very sturdy, which I already knew that. Here at the house, it didn't bother anything. But I've been out in the woods, and you've got to clear out a spot, and you got to make sure it's nice and level and flat, and that way your food doesn't roll off. Make sure nobody runs over there near it, or they're going to kick it off, and you just wasted it all. So as far as drawbacks, that's one of the drawbacks with that. What's next? Okay, drink packets, of course, thumbs up, did great. Like I said, some of these had the vitamin C in it to get me a little bit of vitamins. But the drink packs did good. And the coffee, I was pleasantly surprised with. I have never had instant coffee because I've always heard that it sucks. Okay? But I was actually really pleasantly surprised with this. And I've probably only used, you guys can kind of see in there where it's at. The level's about right here. When I bought it, the level was here. So this one little jar of instant coffee for one person, that'll last 2 weeks, no problem. I was having 28 ounces a day, so I was taking 4 or 5 scoops out of this every day, and it held up. So thumbs up on the coffee. The powdered milk, yep, thumbs up too. It helped with the coffee. We used it for our mac and cheese, and didn't really have to drink any. But yeah, if it had got down to where I was out of food and I had a little bit of this will at least get something in my body. But yeah, powdered milk, thumbs up. Okay, the rice. Okay. Day 4 scenario was I lost all of my rice, which was a big blow, but made it through. Just plain, instant white rice. Okay, pros. Fills the belly. It's cheap. Doesn't use a lot of fuel because it didn't. Once I brought it up to a boil, dumped in the rice, turned the fuel off, covered it, and within, 20 minutes or whatever, it's ready to go. So did good as far as using the fuel. Yeah, the cook's fast and storable. Yeah, that's why we all have rice. As long as you keep it from moisture and things like that, it's good to go. You don't have to worry about it. The cons, bland, which we already knew that, but we got to throw it out there anyway. Yeah, just the salt and pepper, no, wasn't doing it. So the rice for that. Okay, the next one is the chicken flavored pasta. You guys remember I was holding those. Pros, yeah, fills the belly, cheap, storable. Did have some flavor, so that was nice. I'm talking about going from plain rice to that, had some flavor, that was good. The con to it was you had to prepare it. And it wasn't a ton, but it took longer than the rice. Okay, you had to boil the water, and then you had to let the whole mixture boil just like any pasta for 7 minutes, and then let it cool, and you're good to go. So it didn't take a lot, but more than the rice. Okay, the canned meat. Okay, your Spam, your treat, your things like that. Pros. Okay, fills the belly, cheap. It's already cooked, so if the scenario would have been where I lost my cook stove, yeah, I could have just opened the can and eaten it straight out of there. Did give me the protein that I needed. So not bad if you like that kind of thing, but if you're hungry enough, you'll eat whatever, right? The cons. We knew going in, but it is what it is, that once you open that can, the timer started, right? The clock's ticking. We let it set out for 2 days, and it was still edible after 2 days. After 3 days, I don't know, because I didn't leave it set out that long. I, in the future, would pack the little singles. Okay, you guys have probably seen them out there, the Spam singles. I didn't go with the singles because I wanted this to be, you know, grab what you got in the pantry or grab some of your preps, you gotta go. Okay, but yeah, not bad. Added the protein, got stuff like that, not too bad. Okay, the beans. The pros, protein. Okay, gave you the protein, fills the tummy. Real good if it's wintertime. Okay. The con, and a huge one, uses a lot of fuel and takes a lot of time. Okay, you're talking about all of those you have to pre-soak, you know, put them in a bottle or something, fill it with water, and as you're going down the road, you're soaking them. And then when it's time to cook them, you still got, you know, 2 hours of cooking. Another con, it did put off, you know, a bean smell. You know, we talk about noise discipline, light discipline, and you've got to worry about smell discipline too. Like one of the scenarios was for day 4 that I come across a coon that's still fresh, you can still eat it. You don't really want to stick it on a spit over a fire. You know, I've talked about it before. Walk out your back door on a nice summer weekend evening. Nice summer, yeah, a lot of adjectives there. And yeah, what do you smell? You smell hot dogs, hamburger steaks, and it could be from hundreds of yards away. So the beans, a little bit, I mean, not much, but it does carry. Whereas the rice, there's no smell. The mac and cheese, very, very little. Yeah, and with the beans, just bland. So I think that kind of runs down everything. Yeah, I think that kind of runs down everything. For the future, one thing that I keep in there, and I'm going to continue keeping in there, that I didn't use this time, 2.0 probably have it right there. Okay, just some dried minced onions, just flavor, just flavor. So keep something like this in your bag. Whatever seasonings that you enjoy, try to remember your smell. I don't keep garlic. We like garlic, but yeah, that's going to carry. The onion's going to carry somewhat too. But yeah, that's going to stay in the bags, all the bags. Just so, yeah, you're boiling beans on day whatever. You've had so many throw some of these in there. It'll help out. And another thing that we are going to keep, candy. Definitely had some moments where I'm like, man, I just need something that tastes halfway decent. I like these little minis. You can keep them in your pocket while you're on the move. If you need that little carb boost, that little energy boost, take one of them out and pop it in your mouth. Know people, they take one of these when they get their coffee in the mornings, they'll throw them in there, make a little mocha something. Yeah, this time we were trying to do bare bones, just surviving. We weren't trying to, have any type of luxury items, so that's why we left them out. But on the Bug Out Bag Food 2.0, it's going to be like the next step up, because I'm planning on doing at least a 3.0. So the next set that we do, it's going to be, once again, pantry type things, around the house type things. We're not going to be busting in MREs. Things that you could find if you happen to come across a house and you're in a scavenging, not looting, never looting, we don't loot, but something where, it's abandoned, things that you might come across that you can use. But other than that, we made it through. Did lose about 7 pounds, which that's good. I've been trying to lose weight anyway, so that was an added bonus. Before we lost to rice, we were averaging right at the 1,500 calories a day. After we lost to rice, we had to go into ration mode, and I was probably, I can't remember the exact, but probably the 700 to 800 calories a day range. So somewhere in there. I mean, it still kept me going, but yeah, you weren't enjoying it at all. But yeah, that about wraps it up, guys. Please post your comments down below. Appreciate all the comments. Appreciate all the subscribers. Thank you so much. If there is something that you want to see us do, post it in the comments, and we'll try to get that up for you. So thanks a lot, guys.